Blade, Damn Mommy Kafka, and a new boss with the biggest and best plot that Honkai Star Rail has offered us yet. Yes, guys, the version 1.2 update is here, guys. So first, as you guys know, we're getting Damn Mommy Kafka and also Blade as well. On top of this, guys, we're getting new main story, we're getting a new weekly boss, wink wink. We're getting a new 4-star Luca, we're getting more 5-star light cones, more relic and planar sets. We're getting a new forgotten hall, guys. This means a lot more gems for us. Also, we'll be getting 3 new events. We'll be getting a 10 pull in 7 days. We'll be getting World 7 of simulated universes, and then also more companion quests on top of that. So guys, this update is actually pretty full of content, and I love to see it. I love to see this update being full of content. Now, there aren't as many events as there were in the previous update, but that's fine because we are getting a full new main story. We're getting a new area, new enemies, and just a bunch of stuff just added in with this update, guys, which means a lot of free stellar Jades for us. So let's go down the list here in order of what happened during the live stream, guys. So first of all, we got shown Blade, guys. He's gonna be on the first banner of the update, guys. Now, guys, I'm gonna be completely honest. His banner does not look that good. On his banner is gonna be Natasha, Shushong, and Arlon. I don't know. The value for this banner, I just don't think is that good. Arlon is really not that good. Shushong is alright. Natasha's alright. I mean, overall, the value for the banner is just not that good, considering in 1.3 we are going to be getting a new 4-star healer. I don't know how that looks for Natasha yet, but yeah, the banner doesn't look too good. But let's go ahead and talk about what Blade does, guys. He's going to be a destruction and win type character. His main shtick is consuming HP to deal damage. Guys, his skill is basically going to be consuming this HP and enhancing his basic attack. So now his basic attack will be doing AoE damage instead of single target damage, so that means you're attacking all the enemies. His talent as well is going to be giving your character charges, which can initiate a follow-up attack, which then in turn can heal your blade, so it gives him some self-sustainability here. And then finally, guys, his ultimate is going to be attacking a single enemy, dealing damage to adjacent enemies, and sets HP at 50%. That means if you use the skill per se, right, and it brings you down to 1 HP. If you use the ultimate directly after that, it's going to go ahead and set you at 50% HP, guys. Really big, really huge. Honestly, his kit looks pretty decent. He has some self-sustainability in there. Me personally, I won't be summoning for Blade, but we'll talk about that in a different video. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think his kit looks alright. He looks like a nice destruction character and also a nice addition to the wind category. So that means more wind damage for you to deal, because I'm not gonna lie, guys, 4-star Don Hang is not hitting it. Hopping into what they showed next, guys, Kafka. As far as what Kafka's banner has on it, it's gonna be having Luca, Sampo, and Serval. Honestly, I think you do get a lot more value out of this banner, just because you are getting a new 4-star, which is a physical and agility character for Luca, and then also we're gonna be getting Sampo and Serval. Really big, really pog. Sampo, I cannot wait to get more of him because I think he'll help out Kafka a lot. But like I said before, we'll talk about that banner in another video as well. Hopping into what Kafka is actually going to be doing now, her main shtick, guys, is dealing dot damage, damage over time. As far as what her skill does, guys, if the enemy is afflicted with dot damage already, it makes them take basically 2 hits of dot damage immediately. Also, your skill itself will do more damage if the enemy already has dot damage on them. As far as what her talent does, guys, is if an ally uses a basic attack, she will be doing a follow-up attack and damaging the enemies even more. And then finally, guys, her ultimate ability will be attacking all enemies with a chance to shock them. If the enemies are shocked already, she'll be doing additional damage to those enemies. So this means she could be paired up pretty nicely with any character that are shocked, aka the shock queen herself right now. Serval might be a good combo with her. Remember when you guys said Serval sucks? Serval never sucked, but now she's gotten a lot better, I think, or has more utility anyways. Hopping into Luca now, guys, the new 4-star physical and agility character. We're getting basically Doomfist, guys. We're getting Doomfist. Overwatch collab with Honkai Star Rail? I think so. Anyways, guys, talking about his skill will be doing single target damage and can be inflicting bleed on the enemy. As far as what his talent's gonna be doing, guys, he's gonna be giving him fighting will. This stacks up, and whenever it reaches a certain amount of stacks, he'll be doing an enhanced basic attack. Whenever he does this enhanced basic attack, he'll be doing 4 hits on the enemy, and the final he'll be doing increased damage if the enemy is bleeding. And then finally, guys, his ultimate will be giving him stacks of fighting will, and it's kind of interesting what it does. It increases the amount amount of damage the enemy is going to be receiving. So that means if you hit them with this, if you can actually proc off the debuff on the enemy, that means that enemy will be receiving more damage, which is really, really nice. It's really big. Depending on what the scaling is, it could probably hit for more damage than like a defense shred ability from Pela or something like that, but we'll have to wait and see what it actually is going to do, guys, or the actual scaling on it. We're also, of course, getting both light cone banner for both Blade and Kafka, but we don't know what all light cones are on the banner yet, so we'll talk about that when it comes closer to the date and they release more on it. But guys, we are getting a new area, which that means new story quests, new puzzles, new ape man, a sexy mommy, a Yan Ching boss, and then the weekly boss, attack the plot. This new weekly boss, guys, is going to have 3 phases, one destruction phase, one abundance phase, and then a phase at the end that didn't really go too much into. And this weekly boss is going to actually be used for Blade, Kafka, and Luca. We're also going to be getting the new essential materials for Blade from the new sexy mommy. Oh yeah, she looks good, doesn't she? Hopping into all the events we're getting now. First of all, we're getting an event called Tales of the Fantastic Rider or something like that. Basically, you get to be a bird, find chests, and fight enemies. So yeah, I like being the bird, but you know, fighting enemies I guess is okay too. Second one, guys, is going to be a treasure hunt. This one's going to be really big, guys. We get a self-resonating module or whatever it's called. Basically, a thing you need to create your own piece of gear, which is actually really big. I can't wait for that because gear is hard to come by, and I want to make my own stat for the gear. With this one, guys, you basically fight enemies again. You also, it's kind of like a dungeon crawl. I don't know how to describe it, guys. Like, you go through different tiles, and then you fight enemies. When you go through these tiles, you go deeper into the dungeon, the higher rewards you get, and so on and so forth, guys. You also get a cosmetic checkbox if, you know, you're into that. I guess it's kind of cool. Cosmetic gamers out there, rise up. The third event we're getting, guys, is going to be the mystery trotters. Basically, we're going to find trotters and just get rewards from killing these trotters. Another really big thing, too, guys, we're getting a new Forgotten Hall, which means new gems to be gotten, guys. After we beat Forgotten Hall, we'll also be getting a Yukong. On top of this, guys, we're getting Stellar Jades, too. This is really big. I am glad that we're getting a different base Forgotten Hall. I hope they keep up with this trend of updating the Forgotten Hall, because I think this just adds more content and makes the game a lot more refreshing for a lot of players. It just gives more free Stellar Jades and more free summons, and I really like to see this. Also, we're going to be getting World 7 for Simulated Universe. I'm glad that they're updating Simulated Universe and adding another world into it. With this, though, guys, we are getting 2 new planar sets, and these 2 planar sets look kind of good, actually. The first planar set we're getting, guys, is going to be the Arena planar set. Basically, this is going to give you crit, scale off your crit. If you reach a certain amount of crit, it'll be increasing your skill and basic attack damage, so anyone that does the majority of their damage based off their skill and basic attacks, this is really going to help them out. So I do think this set could actually help someone out like Welt or even Shu Shang out, because a lot of their damage does come from using their skills. The more skills you use, the more damage they get increased. So I think both of these abilities could help both these characters, even QQ as well, because a lot of her damage comes from her basic attack or her enhanced basic attack, so this could help her out as well. The next planar set we're getting, guys, is going to be Keel. This is going to give increased effect resistance after you hit a certain amount of effect resistance. This is going to be giving crit damage to the whole team. This, guys, is going to be super good for just about any of your support characters, because effect resistance is like one of the most slept on stats in the game. If you get frozen for whatever reason, you are screwed. If your supports get frozen or debuffed and they die, it's just not a good time. So with this set giving you increased effect resistance and then giving crit damage to the whole team is just super, super good, guys. I do think this could maybe replace Fleet of the Ageless. I know like a lot of your healers, they scale off of HP to heal your team up, but I think this debuff resistance would help them more than having the increased HP, just because you don't need them getting debuffed as much. And also the crit damage buff, I think we don't know the scalings yet, obviously, but I think it could be more effective than actually getting the attack increase here as well. So that'll be nice to see. Talking about the 2 new relic sets we're getting, guys. First one is going to be Disciple, guys. At a 2-piece set, you're getting an increased match HP. A 4-piece set, guys, when HP is consumed, is going to be giving you increased crit. This is basically going to be used for your destruction characters, aka Arlon and also Blade as well. This is going to be their set. The second set is a lot more interesting, though, guys. Hackerspace. At a 2-piece set, it's going to be giving your character speed. At a 4 4-piece set is going to be giving a speed boost for all allies. A 4-piece set of this could be really good on someone like Asta, because Asta's already increasing your speed with her ultimate, so this just gives you more speed all around. Also, I think a 2-piece set of this could be pretty nice as well. For example, if we take a healer here, right, the 4-piece passerby of the Wandering Cloud, you really don't use the 4-piece set that much. This only gives you 1 skill point at the start of battle, so I think a 2-piece of this set and a 2-piece of passerby could help you out quite a bit, guys, because you are going to be getting the 2-piece buff that actually gives you increased outgoing healing and then also increased speed as well for another 2-piece set. Or you could alternatively use Disciple to give you more max HP with a 2-piece set just to do more healing all around. So I mean, I think both these sets can work. I think the 2-piece sets for both of them are really good. I think the 4 pieces are a bit more niche, but I think that goes without saying. But I do think that's a pretty common occurrence across all the relics here. And guys, like I said at the beginning of the video, we're going to be getting a free Tim pool over 7 days when you log in. And then finally, guys, on top of all the new story we're getting, on top of the events we're also getting 2 new companion quests. One for Yukong and one for Kafka, dude. Hey, yo, I can't wait for this. Looks pretty hot. I'm glad we're getting more, like, companion quests to see what the characters are up to. But, yeah, really good, really correct. Also, guys, in the description below, I'll be putting all of the codes in the description below if you guys want to check that out. And also, subscribe as well if you haven't already. It would really mean a lot. We do make a lot of HSR content, so I would really appreciate if you guys could subscribe. Like I said before, all the codes will be in the comment section below. And, yeah, I hope everyone has a great day. Tell me what your thoughts are on the update. Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Do you think it's trash? Anyways, that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. Hope everyone enjoyed, and I'll see everyone in the next one. Later. Bye-bye.